And welcome back to the Buddies Much podcast. I'm Chase.
I'm Andrew.
And I'm Sean.
And today we're bringing you our take on the Batman.
Oh, spooky.
The new Robert Pattinson Batman.
The new Patty Malady.
Do they just call it Batman? Is there
The
like
Batman.
it's
The
Batman.
The Batman,
I
yeah.
see.
The Batman. So, should we start off with the rating?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sean?
I want to go 4.
Chase?
5.
I'm hovering around like a 6. I'm usually a little more liberal with the ratings, so that kind of checks out. 6.5. I've been thinking about this all week, so who knows? It might change in the future, but
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll jump into it. Sorry.
Let's jump into it. Dislikes. No, wait, no. Likes.
Yeah. Let's do that.
We
first.
got to save the dislikes. That's going to be a section.
My favorite part was the Batmobile.
What I mean, just
Yeah.
the Batmobile in general.
Batmobile was pretty cool.
Okay.
That's favorite.
Not so much as a futuristic Batman. We've got kind of more of like a
70s.
not as techy. I mean, the Batmobile and his tech were very limited. Does that make sense? Because
Yeah.
the Christian Bale ones, it was like they had all kinds of tech where they can like track people's cell phones throughout the entire world. This is just kind of more your early stage of Batman. He's kind of getting the feel for it.
So, I mean, is it supposed to be him just like starting out, you think?
That was my impression, I think.
That this is one of his like first adventures as Batman?
I guess, or it was kind of like a different take on Batman, because like in the Christian Bale movies, like he's got his cape that helps him kind of like slow fall and stuff. In this movie, he put on like a squirrel suit,
Yeah.
and
An inflatable squirrel
not
suit.
only that, when he's doing it, it looks like he's doing it for the first time.
Oh, he's like struggling.
Yeah,
with
he's
the
like
buckles
struggling to
and-
get it up, and he's kind of shaking, and he's like, "Oh crap, I have to jump off this building." Like it doesn't look like he's like, "Oh yeah, boom, easy." So that's kind of why I got that impression. I could be wrong, I don't know, but
That actually, like, him being a new Batman explains
Tracks.
a lot
Yeah.
of stuff, yeah.
anyway, back to the likes. So you liked the Batmobile?
Like the Batmobile.
How was it?
I actually kind of like Penguin. I thought, and like Gordon. I thought they cast a good Gordon.
Yeah, I think the cast of Gordon.
But this movie was just garbage. Okay, listen. It came on HBO Max like the day it was released or something like that. Right?
No. It came out
Like a week
like
after.
30 days later.
Yeah.
30 days later.
It was
Yeah.
a little while later.
I don't know. I've been trying to watch it since then. A few minutes at a time. Like
It is a long movie.
How is it more than 2 hours? It's like 2.5.
3.
It's 3 hours.
It's 2 hours. It's 2 hours 57 minutes. So it's
3 hours. Yeah.
or something like that.
I remember because I saw it opening night and I was just sitting in the theater like, oh, this is forever.
Sean, did you like anything?
I don't know.
Did you like the Riddler?
I thought that
No.
I did, yes.
I
The
actually
Riddler
did.
interrogation scene was
I liked Riddler.
tight. I thought Riddler was cast well. I liked the Batsuit. This version of the Batsuit looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was telling Andrew it looked a little bit. If you've seen Gotham, wow.
Gosh,
If you've seen Gotham by Gaslight, it sort of looks like that outfit
Yeah,
with the
it's a
collar and the
retro.
and he's got like the pockets and the straps. It looks pretty cool. Jeez, I'm like running through my head. I'm like, was the combat cool? Not really. Like, was the story cool? Not really. I liked Catwoman.
Yeah, she did good.
Yeah. I think Riddler really carried it though. He was the star.
That's what I was gonna say. I think Riddler kind of stole the show. I think I was kind of weirded out by the costuming of Riddler because I'm like, they're making him out to be like a cult leader /
Like a weird
terrorist,
domestic terrorist. Yeah.
But then the more I thought about it, I was like, it kind of fits the theme of the movie. Like, it would be weird to have everyone else like more dark and gothic, and then have him in like his bright question mark suit. You know what I mean? So like, okay, like I'm kind of warming up to it. And honestly, the Riddler riddles, they were pretty good. Like, I don't know. I liked that whole sequence of him doing the riddles and
At the funeral.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
like, I think Riddler just did a good job playing the Riddler, and
He portrayed a nice crazy person too.
yeah, he did. I thought Catwoman was well cast. I thought Jim Gordon was well cast.
What'd you think of this Alfred?
I wasn't feeling this Alfred.
It was
No.
kind of weak.
It was. He was kind of too in shape for me. I was like, I want like old Alfred. I want Michael Caine back, but
Yeah.
he's too old. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me being nitpicky.
I guess I was hoping for more snarkiness from this Alfred. You know?
Oh, like
'Cause-
Master Wayne. Like,
Yeah, like I feel like this Alfred was just like, let me tell you a life lesson, and I was like, I get it, but be sarcastic about it, you know?
yeah, like the old Alfred.
give me some snarkiness.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else. Oh, actually, I kind of liked how dark it was. I thought this was going to be like your standard Marvel movie. No one really gets hurt. No, there's some dark scenes in this.
Yeah.
There's some pretty
Brutal.
intense themes, intense combat. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought Wayne Manor looked kind of weird. As a dislike, sorry.
It's like
It's very gothic.
it was like the tower. It wasn't like
Yeah,
The actual manner.
the
Yeah.
manor, yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah.
any other likes before we jump into?
I'm struggling to find.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know what to say.
Me too. Let's just jump into dislikes. I can't think of anything else.
So, what'd you guys think of Robert Patterson as Batman?
So unfortunately, so let me start from the beginning. When you first come into the movie, you see Batman, and he's like in that first scene where they're finding the first body or whatever. Batman is very poker face, and I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. He's like this like emotionless dude and blah blah blah. Unfortunately, that it carries through the rest of the movie. Like I feel like Batman is just
He's a warm body.
lame, yeah, and he was the weakest part of the movie. Like Gordon was cool, Catwoman was cool, Riddler was cool, and Batman was the worst.
It was almost like this. They tried so hard to shroud him in mystery, where it was just boring instead of mysterious.
Exactly,
Yeah.
it was boring.
Yeah.
You know, he was a terrible Bruce Wayne, and like just like
That's a good thought. I never thought of that, actually.
I stole that one from Andrew.
Yeah,
I agree with you, Chase.
No, I agree with you.
He was, like, as far as Batman goes, he looked the part. He looked like Batman.
Sure.
He was a little...
he beat up bad guys.
Yeah, he beat up bad guys. He did Batman things. As far as being Bruce Wayne, didn't buy it whatsoever.
Just like a gloomy, like the weird shaggy hair in his face all the time.
Yeah, like, the whole...
Emo Batman.
Like, yeah, the whole point about, like, Bruce Wayne and Batman is that they're two different people. That's what helps hide his identity.
Yeah.
Because who's going to believe Batman is billionaire Bruce Wayne, playboy? Like, it doesn't fit.
Yeah,
This guy, you look at him and you're like, yeah, that could be Batman. This guy's depressed as hell. Like, you know what I mean?
and like he always walked with like his shoulders kind of slumped over, and like he didn't present himself as like the
Playboy.
Batman, you know, like
yeah.
like he's like I don't know. It was just a weird image.
What else did not tickle your fancy?
It was a slow burn.
Kind of was.
Like, it did not catch my eye to where I'm like, oh, hey, let's actually get through this. Because I've seen some pretty bad movies. Most of the time, I just turn them off. Like this movie, I couldn't get into it.
I see where you're coming from with that, and like, while I definitely agree that this movie, it was slow, I don't think that being slow is inherently a bad thing. Just that it gives you more time to focus on like the interpersonal whatever. But in this one, there was no interpersonal. It was just like,
Yeah, I think that's kind of like... there are movies that can be slow burn. I just don't think this is a movie that can be. Because, like, you're dealing with people like Batman, and people have this expectation of when I go to see Batman, I want to see bad guys being bad guys doing bad guy things.
Yeah.
And Batman, you know, doing combat and stuff. And
yeah. solving the mystery.
Though I do like exposition, I don't want to watch 3 hours of exposition.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing I was going to say is, like, really, I don't think it's Robert Patterson's fault that he did such a bad Batman. I think that's just the way they cast him, where it's like, I mean, I think he would have played a really good Batman and Bruce Wayne. Like,
I think so too. I agree.
I feel like they just
I think
directors
they just
did him dirty.
They went into like, we're going to do a more dark, grungy take, and they just kind of went too far into that theme.
Yeah, it could be. I was really hoping he was going to play Terry McGinnis.
Are they just trying to like copy Zack Snyder?
Let's hope.
Could
Good
be.
lord.
They're trying to like take the DC universe in this really stupid direction.
Yeah.
So here's something that I really don't like, and I keep seeing it in Batman movies, and I keep hating it. That they try to humanize all of the pieces of it, and I mean that in the sense that like Joker isn't this chemically bathed maniac who runs around. That he's just a guy in makeup. Bane is not some like hulking beefy monster. He's just a guy with a mask on. You know, Batman is just a guy with. I mean, that's bad.
That's bad.
Okay.
Well, okay.
Bad example.
Yeah, but hold on. Let's back up a little bit. So, like, I know you've seen Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, right?
Yes.
Did you enjoy that movie?
Not because it was Joker.
What
If
do you
that
mean?
makes sense.
No, it doesn't. Can you?
So okay. So I think that movie with Joaquin Phoenix was a good movie of like a man's descent into madness and spiraling out of control in society and all that stuff. If you're making a movie about Joker TM, no. Because
why?
Because Joker is this maniacal, psychotic, crazy person. The way you see Joker in comics is way over the top. Someone who can tangle with Superman, someone who can tangle with Batman, who's got like the wickedly deformed smile and the bleach white skin and like the glowing green eyes, and you know that's Joker TM. And I feel like,
so you're saying because that is Joker, they cannot explore other avenues like the movie The Joker.
I'm sure you could. I just want to if you're going to make a Batman movie with Bane or with Killer Croc, I want to see an 8-foot tall, muscle bound Bane. You know?
Oh, I agree. I agree with that.
Like I want to see the 4-foot tall, 4-foot wide Penguin, who is obsessed with eating fish and training birds. You know what I mean?
Okay, so if we go back to the Christian Bale version of Batman,
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
that Joker, but that's just a guy in makeup.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying I don't like.
Okay, so you don't like that either.
They keep doing that, yeah.
Okay, so are we going back all the way to Jack Nicholson is when they got it right?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
you remember, like, Jack Nicholson had to wear actual
Yeah, body paint.
body paint to look human because his skin is naturally white.
Right.
And I mean white, like...
Yeah. The color.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But I wish that they would go in a more fantastic direction with Batman and with any DC movie for that matter.
All right, I can see that. What do you guys think about Catwoman?
I actually kind of liked her.
I thought she did all right. She was
good.
So here's another dislike that with the movie franchises in general, and not so much with this movie specifically, is that they take stories from comics, in this instance Long Halloween,
Long Halloween,
and change it just enough, you know. And I feel like
like Thor Ragnarok.
exactly. So that was taking from Planet Hulk.
Yeah.
But now, like, you can't tell that story anymore. And it's a great story. I love Planet Hulk. And I love Long Halloween. I thought it was a good story.
Unless they do the whole multiverse thing.
What do you mean?
How they're bringing in the multiverse, all this stuff. They might do it.
That
I
they're
doubt
gonna
they
do
will, but-
Planet Hulk
yeah.
now because multiverse? Maybe.
We'll see.
But, like, here's the thing. If they come out, let's say they come out with a Planet Hulk movie, and they have Hulk in a gladiatorial match with, and I mean, like, people are going to be like, oh, I've seen this before. This is just Thor Ragnarok all over again. You know, you see what I'm saying? Like, so now that they've done this movie based on The Long Halloween, now they can't do The Long Halloween.
Yeah.
And
Well, they can dip into the sequels.
oh, sure.
Because what's after Long Halloween? Is it? Oh crap! What's
I
it
don't
called?
remember.
It's got It's got two other sequels that are after it, I think.
Super fast Halloween.
I don't
To
No.
Hallow
I
to
heard
Wing.
that they're trying to work on Killing Joke next, but
a live
maybe-
action Killing Joke
That's what I heard, but maybe that's just a rumor.
with Robert Pattinson?
no.
Okay.
Just that it was in the work. I think that was a rumor. Don't listen to me, but that'd be cool.
But like, that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna copy this story, just copy the story. You know what I mean? And of course, you don't have to be exactly the way that it is. There's got to be some artistic license, but I feel like you're far enough away that I don't like it, but you're close enough that I recognize that yes, you copied. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's this weird balancing game because if you copy it exactly, why go see it if you've read Long Halloween?
Because you get to see it in movie cinematic form.
But you already know it. You've already read the comics. Who cares?
I mean, I watch the animated versions all the time. I think they're great.
I mean, that's just you though. Like
I do it. It might be just
a
me.
lot of people may just be like, well, I mean, you know, if you're just going to copy it exactly, why go see it? Like, I don't know. I've already read the comics.
I
don't know.
maybe that's just me.
Maybe it's just they want to spice it up a little. But then if you spice it up a little, then people get mad. Yeah, it's just a balancing
But
act.
see, I don't feel like they're spicing it up. They're watering it down.
Well, they think they're spicing it up. That's where I'm coming from. They're coming from a place that we're making it better.
I see.
Yeah. I see where you're coming from. But also, no Robin in this one. What's going on? No one will cast Robin.
Well, they cast Robin that one time, and it was
No.
terrible.
That does not count. This cop went through the whole movie in the last minute. They're like, oh, yeah. I can't remember which Robin it was.
Yeah, no, they didn't even. It wasn't even like it wasn't Dick. Like
It wasn't.
No,
I can't remember.
it was just some dude. I don't even remember his name.
Yeah, that was terrible.
But yeah,
This
like
is-
I'd love to see a dynamic duo. You know, like
Yeah. And I'm kind of getting sick of every. Maybe this isn't true. Maybe this is every movie being an origin story. I kind of felt like this was an origin story. I felt like Batman was just starting out as being Batman. Catwoman was just barely becoming Catwoman. Riddler was just becoming Riddler because there's no name drops or anything.
yeah,
It would be cool to have a movie where it was like, we don't need to do an origin story. Just if you know the characters, you know them, and if you don't, too bad.
and this is exactly the genre to do that with
Yeah,
because
everyone
everyone
knows.
knows Batman.
Yeah, everyone knows Joker. I'm gonna say most people somewhat know Riddler. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you could have just dove in the deep end, so to speak, not
Yeah.
have to start us in the shallow end.
So, how about that end credits Joker?
That was terrible.
Yeah.
Dude, why? Who looked at that and was like, "Oh yeah, that's the teaser. That's the Joker that we want to see." Like
The dude looked weird, and not like a ooh, the Joker's weird kind of. No, like
he looked like one of the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah, he looked, yeah. And he was like, he was doing a Joker voice, but it was like he was like whispering or just like, no, like the
ASMR Joker.
Yeah, ASMR. Be the Joker. Be confident. Be every time the Joker
boisterous.
every time the Joker says something, it's because he's in control of the conversation. He's never just making you're always kind of scared of what he says next, even if it's just normal everyday stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. He just seemed weak.
There's so many points in this movie that were just weak.
Yeah.
Penguin. I don't know what's up with Penguin. They made him like some Italian mobster. I was just like, why?
I mean, they did a good job with Falcone, I think, but there's not much to
but
it.
I mean, yeah, like
Like-
he's just a gangster.
yeah.
But that
It was
that's-
kind of funny.
That's not a hard role.
So
to
like
nail.
when Batman and Gordon caught him, they like left the shackles and stuff on him.
Oh, he's
He's
waddling.
waddling.
Yeah.
Just like, there's
They
the
gotta
waddle.
put that joke in. Speaking
Subtle.
of jokes, Batman with the finger on the palm, or the
What?
he's like thumb drive.
Oh.
You remember that?
yeah, the Riddler joke. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I just wish they would like come out with like good movies nowadays. You know.
I just, Batman is the greatest detective of all time. There's really no one that beats Batman at detective work. It's his whole thing.
Yeah,
Sherlock Holmes.
not even.
I'm
Sherlock
gonna say
Holmes.
no. Yeah.
Not even Sherlock.
Not even that. Like, but in this movie, like with the riddles and stuff, that's a ton of detective work. Like that's the whole freaking movie, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like he just like
just, like,
sat
give 'em
there.
to him,
He just
and
sat
everyone
there in
else figures it
silence,
out?
and then they just figured it out. I'm like, dude, you're Batman. Go to your Batcave. Do some research. Do like talk out loud. Like piece it together. Bug Alfred. I don't know. Do Batman
Yeah,
things.
he's got Alfred like solving all the puzzles for him.
Yeah.
The detective work. I didn't believe it. I'm just like, yeah, all right. Let's move the movie along.
Yeah.
So worth seeing in theaters?
No.
I'm gonna
No.
say no.
No.
Worth seeing on like streaming it from home.
No.
I'm gonna say no.
If you already have the service, I guess.
And if you're a diehard Batman fan, yeah, watch it.
See, okay, that's the thing. I'm a diehard Batman fan, and I got upset.
But the thing is like if you're a diehard Batman fan, like you may be upset or regret not watching it because you can't.
Because you
know.
can't resist the
Yeah,
the new
Urge.
the new Batman movie. Yeah. I mean, I saw it on opening day, so
I'm sorry.
yeah, right.
So let's see what other movies are coming out. We got Doctor Strange.
Multiverse of Madness.
That's next
We
week.
got the new Thor coming out.
What's that? Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
That's the one with they got the female Thor now.
Yeah, Jane
With
Foster.
broken
Yeah.
That'll be-
Mjolnir.
be interesting.
Mjolnir.
Didn't-
Meow meow.
Wow. Didn't Jane Foster die in the?
No,
Am I stupid?
she did not die.
No,
and
they just parted ways, didn't they?
they broke
Is that
up.
right?
Yeah, they broke up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But she's back with broken hammer.
Okay. Is it Natalie Portman?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. So maybe they'll get back together. Maybe not.
No, they won't get back together. No way.
Maybe. What else?
Anything from the DC universe?
I don't really
Aquaman
care.
2.
Is Amber Heard going to be in this one?
I heard.
No.
You heard?
No, that's dumb. I doubt
There's
it.
a major petition to have her not be a part of it.
Well, I mean, listen. When does it come out?
I have no idea.
Like,
I think-
if it comes out this year,
No, no, no.
filming's already done.
No.
Like,
It's not this year. It's
Okay.
like next year or 24.
Oh, okay.
Something crazy.
Well, that's that. We'll
Yeah.
try to bring you some new content. I don't know. I just saw Uncharted is available to rent.
Oh, hey.
I actually really love that video game. Hopefully Tom Holland does it good. I haven't really heard anything about it, so
Yeah, join us next week when we bash Uncharted. No, I'm just kidding.
well, hey, thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week.